In this step-by-step tutorial, I'm going to show you how to connect your Slack to your n8n, so that way you can have very seamless communication from your Slack app to your n8n AI agents and back to your Slack. This credential setup is actually very tricky, so make sure you follow along so that way your setup is successful, because the documentation out there is horrible. And this has been one of the most widely asked questions in my school community, so that's why I wanted to make sure you guys fully understand how to do this. And for everybody else that's watching, make sure you follow along again step by step, so that way you don't miss any important callouts. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add my first step as triggers. So just going to look for Slack. If you search for Slack, see this is all of the triggers that's available. We're going to be using actually on any event, but we can change this later on. So for now, as you can see, you have your credentials here, and that's where we need to set up our credentials, which if you click on create new credential, this is going to ask you for an access token. So now let's go ahead and go over to our Slack. So the quickest way to do this is, because I've done all of the steps for you nice and easy, so all you have to do is head over to the community in the classroom section, and if you head over to my automation, and if you come down here on AI agents, Slack right here, as you can see, I've put everything nice and clean, including any related documentation or the links that's going to be useful to you. And then obviously we have all sorts of other AI agents that we have set up, and it's nice and clean, so that way everything's step by step, including the code, the prompt from every AI agent that I've built, and all these amazing automations that we've built together. So make sure you check out the school community, because if you're serious about learning n8n, you want to make sure you don't learn it by yourself. We have a great community of people who are passionate about learning how to build amazing AI agents with a no-code tool like n8n. We have calls where you can jump in and watch us co-build. We have live build sessions. We have business strategy, tech support sessions, so that way you are successful at your journey of learning n8n and AI agents. Anyways, let's go back to the classroom section. Sorry, I got derailed a little bit. All right, so we're going to go to set up Slack. So the first thing you need to do is you need to head over to create Slack app. So if you click on this link, this will take you directly to the Slack API here. So all you have to do is click on create app. So what we need to do is we're going to click on from scratch. So go ahead and name this. So I'm just going to do n8n bot. Actually, n8n dash bot. There you go. But you can name it whatever you want. So select your workspace. Obviously, you need to be logged into your Slack account, and it should load this. Mine's AI workshop. So I'm just going to click on this, and I'm going to click on create app. So once you create app, this will give you the basic information, but what you need to do is you need to head over to, on the left hand side, as you can see, it says OAuth and permission. So on here, we're going to scroll down, and you're going to come down to scopes right here, and then you're going to click on add an OAuth scope. So here's where we need to basically provide these different permissions that we need to give our Slack bot here. So there's a bunch that we need to do. So instead of me kind of struggling and going one by one, I've provided the list here at the bottom. So just go ahead and copy all of this and then add this to your the permission here, the OAuth. So I'm just going to go ahead and add it and then come back, so that way you don't see me typing everything. Okay, so once you add all of your scopes, then you're going to come to the top again, and you're just going to click on install to AI workshop. Again, yours is going to be different, obviously, depending on whatever you named your app or whatever your Slack is named. So you're just going to click on install that. So I'm just going to click on install, and obviously you need to be a admin, so that way you have access to allow these things. So you're going to click on allow. Now, once you click on allow, now this will give you your own OAuth token, right? So you're going to copy this. Again, don't think about copying mine. I'm going to revoke this token, but you're going to copy this. And again, that's a good reminder. Make sure you don't share your token with somebody else. So yeah, now you're going to head over to your Slack trigger here and click on this. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to delete this, so that way we can start fresh. Get rid of this, delete. All right, so credentials. And then now I'm just going to paste that. And then you're going to name your account, Slack account. Go and click on save. So if you did everything correct, the connection will be successful. All right, perfect. Let me get rid of that. So the trigger now, you have it on any event, but you can also select that bot application, bot and app mention, meaning that, and I'm going to show that in a little bit, but it just means that whenever you mention your bot inside your Slack, it's listening for that event, but any event is fine too. Okay, so now that you have that set up, let's go ahead to our Slack now. I'm going to switch to my Slack, and let's go ahead and add a brand new channel. So I'm going to add my channel. So I'm just going to name this n8n bot. Okay, and I'm just going to make it private and click on create. So now it's asking you to add people to n8n bot. For now, we're just going to skip for now. So once you have this set up now we need to add our app that we created inside our n8n to this channel. And the way to do that, you're just going to type @ and then the name of whatever bot you created inside your the app in here, right? And mine is named n8n bot. Actually, I don't know if you want to name your channel and your app the same thing, but that's fine. I mean, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to do @n8n bot, and then there you go. If you just type in the name, it's going to show up. So you're just going to, again, you want to see that right next to it, it says app, right? So I'm just going to click on that and I'm going to send. And this is going to now ask Slackbot, hey, do you want to add them? And you're going to say, yes, add them. So now this n8n bot has been added to this particular channel. So now if we go back to our credentials here, and if I click on from list, select channels, now you'll see all of the channels that are being loaded. And I'm going to select my n8n bot here. So now our bot is basically connected to, or our app is connected to our channel that this thing is going to be watching for, right? So, all right. So again, to trigger any event or bot mentioned, bot app mentioned, make sure you select both of them. So now let's go ahead and testing. And this is where things get a little tricky, because right now, if you just test the step, as you can see, it says it's listening, right? So it's listening for the event. But now if I go to my n8n bot here, and if I just type @n8n bot, hello, you will see that this is nothing is happening right now. See, I sent that, but nothing is happening because right now this is not properly connected. So this is the tricky part, because unfortunately in the docs, none of this, for some reason, they don't mention this at all. So here's what we need to do though. So we need to go here, go on top right here, stay on parameters. You need to go on top on the webhook URLs here. So you need to make sure, whether you're on the test URL or production, that's important. So if you have this particular workflow live, then make sure you want to select your production URL. But for our purposes, because I'm just testing here, so I'm just going to copy this. So you're going to copy this. You're going to head back over to Slack. You're going to go over to event subscription, which is right under the OAuth here. And you're going to click on enable. And this is where you need to paste that webhook URL that you just copied from your n8n workflow here. And as you can see right now, it says your request URL responded with HTTP error. So again, it's properly not connected, but let's go ahead and go back to our n8n. And here's, we need to actually click on test step. And again, I don't know why they do this, but that's just how it is. And now you're gonna click on retry after you click on test step, and there you go. Now it says verified, right? So make sure you do that, because that's very, very important. Otherwise, this whole thing is just not gonna work at all. All right, so another important thing is after you do that, after this says verified, you're gonna come and click on subscribe to bot events. And here we need to add, click on add bot user event, right? Here we need to, the first thing you need to select is this app mentions. App mention, because this is where every time we mention the name of the app, then it needs to listen for that trigger. And then we need to add one more. So click on that, and we need to add the message channel. So right here, you'll come down to channel history, and you're going to select this message channel, because as you can see on the right hand side, it says a message was posted to a channel. So you're going to click on this, and now we have both of our events added here. So that's all you need to do, is now click on save changes, and it shows success. Now we're all good to go. All right, so let's go ahead and now test this thing out. All right, so right now, as you can see, it's listening, but let me stop this and start it again. So now we're going to test workflow. Now let's go ahead and do the same thing. So I'm going to go back so you can see exactly what's going on here. I'm literally going to copy this and do the same thing. Paste it. I'm going to press enter. So now it should send that information over. There you go. Perfect, right? So if we come over here, there you go. Now you see that we got our nice message that came through here, right? So the text, it says hello. Perfect. All right. So now that fortunately that's set up, let's go ahead and pin this so that we don't have to keep doing this over and over again. I'm going to click on pin here. So that way we can set up the next steps. So now let's go ahead and click on setting up or put our AI agent here. So I'm just going to go to advanced AI. Click on AI agent. Okay, so that's our AI agent right now connected to our Slack. Chat model, select your OpenAI chat model. So I'm just going to click on this. If you don't know how to add your OpenAI account, click on new credentials. you're going to head over to the resources here. You're going to click on this OpenAI API key link. This will take you to the link. You'll create a new secret key. You'll come back and you'll add it right here. Don't worry about the organization, and you're going to click on save and your account will be set up, and then you can choose whatever model inside your workflow there. So all right, I'm just going to leave it as GPT-4 mini. You're going to add a memory because obviously you want to be able to seamlessly interact with your AI agent from your Slack. So therefore a Windows buffer memory, I'm going to add that. But here's a very important step. If you just leave this as it is, this is going to throw an error, because right now this is listening, or this is expecting a chat trigger, right? But because we don't have a chat trigger, we need to click on this session ID, click on define below. And for the key, we need to grab the session ID here. So the way to do that is you're going to come over here, and on the Slack trigger, you're going to come down and grab this client message ID. Nope, that's not it. I think it's this one. Yep, this user ID. So let's go ahead and try that. We can always, if this throws an error or for some reason, then just grab this client message. But I think it's this one. All right, but anyways, we'll test that in a little bit. All right, so your buffer memory is good to go. Now we need to add a tool. So just to test it, I'm just going to add a SERP API tool. All right, this is just, again, basically Google. Again, the point is to not build a complex AI agent, but just to show you how to connect your Slack, and then how to communicate back and forth between your n8n AI agents in your Slack. All right, so now we're good to go here. So now let's go ahead and click on it says prompt. I forgot to specify prompt, very important. Same thing, your AI agent is expecting a chat trigger. Because we don't have a chat trigger, that's why it's going to throw an error. So you're going to same thing, click on source for prompt, and you're going to click on define below. And from here, you're going to grab the text that's in the bottom here, right? Because this is what's coming in from that channel right here. So you're going to now you're going to click on, let me get out of this. This time, I'm going to click on test workflow. So now this should initiate that. There you go. Perfect. All right, great. So now we got our output from our AI agent here, right? Okay, so now how do we send this back to our Slack here? Because right now, as you can see, there is no respond here, right? So therefore, we need to be able to communicate back and forth. Therefore, we need to add another Slack node here. So I'm going to click on that, click on Slack, or search for Slack. This time we need to send a message. So you're going to come down here on the message actions. You're going to click on send message. Whoops. Let me scroll up here, send message. All right, perfect. So here we're going to, same thing, you're going to keep your select your Slack account. I mean, it should automatically grab that, but the operation is going to be send. Now send message to, this is where we need to grab our channel, right? So you're going to click on channel, and here you need to same thing, click on the list and then grab the channel that you want this to be sent. So I'm going to click on n8n bot. The message type, you're going to keep it as simple text message. The message text is going to be the output of your AI agent, which in this case is right here. So I'm going to grab that. Perfect. So now if I test this step, you will see, so I bring this over here. So right now, as you can see, there's nothing there. So let me go ahead and click on test step. So now this should send that message back to Slack. And if I come over here, you'll see, there you go. Hello, how can I assist you today? Automated with n8n work. We can change that later on. That's fine. But you can see now it's responding, right? However, this is kind of clunky because you don't want this message to just go to this entire channel. We want to be able to send the reply back to the original message that was sent mentioning this bot, right? So the way to do that is you're gonna come right here and click on options. Here we're gonna do reply to a message, right? So you're gonna click on reply to a message, and then the same thing, the option, this will open up. You're gonna click on reply to message again, and this is asking for a timestamp. Every time you get a message that's being received from your Slack trigger, all the way in the bottom, as you can see, it says event TS. This just stands for event timestamp. So all you have to do is drag this and bring it over here, and now we're good to go. So this time it should automatically send that message to that, or send that message as a reply to the message that the user sent. Sorry if that didn't make any sense, but you'll see what I'm talking about here. All right, so let's go ahead and now test this whole thing out from start to finish, okay? So we have everything set up. I'm gonna go ahead and unpin this. And right there, okay? Let me go ahead and actually, bring this a little bit here. Okay. Perfect. this over here so that way you can see what's going on. So this time now we're going to actually zoom in a little bit so you can see that it's working. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and now test this workflow. Click on test workflow. So now, as you can see, waiting for you to create an event in Slack. And obviously right now it's on the test URL. So that's why it's showing, it's saying that waiting for you, and you have to click on test workflow over here. If you're doing this in production, you have to change this to active, and you got to make sure you change your URL inside your Slack there. But anyways, let's go ahead and test this out. So I'm going to say at n8n bot, right? Hi, what is the weather like in San Francisco today? Okay, so if I send this now, it should reach out to the AI agent through the Slack trigger. It should reach out to the SERP API to grab that information. The AI agent will respond, and that response should be grabbed by this Slack node, and this should reply to this particular message instead of sending to the general channel, right? So let's go ahead and press enter here. So now hopefully this will work. And perfect, as you can see, the Slack trigger got initiated, the AI agent is working, and as you can see on the right hand side here, the reply came directly to this message that was sent. And if I click on the reply here, bring this over here, and there you go, perfect. It says today in San Francisco, today in San Francisco, the weather is partly cloudy with temperature of 52 degrees Fahrenheit, the humidity is blah blah blah. Perfect, right? Everything worked as it is. Obviously, if you want to tweak the response, you can, make it Slack friendly. So if you want to add like additional parameters, like for example, add a system message to say, hey, make the response nice and pretty for Slack, you can certainly do that. But again, I don't want to get into that. Obviously, I'll be doing more tutorials on building like an actual production level AI agent with the Slack, because this is actually a very useful way to interact with your automations and your n8n AI agents, because a lot of companies and businesses use Slack, including myself. I use Slack all the time on my business. So it's a very useful way to create production level applications and automations and AI agents and communicate back and forth with it. All right, well, that's kind of a step-by-step tutorial. Hopefully it made sense to you. Again, if you're serious about learning AI agents and learning how to build amazing automation with n8n, make sure you join the community. I'll put the link in the description. Make sure you subscribe and like the video, because I've got some amazing content that's coming up and tutorials that you don't want to miss. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you on the next one.